If you have been struggling to identify strong trends in TradingView, you are probably not using the ADX indicator correctly. In the next few minutes, I will show you my exact TradingView setup for spotting ADX money-making trends. But alright, so let's begin here by opening up a clean chart in TradingView. Right now, as I'm speaking, I'm looking at the Nasdaq 100, but you can use the ADX on pretty much every asset type, whether it's crypto, stocks, or Forex, and you can also use this one on pretty much all time frames. However, the very small time frames like the 1 minute you might want to avoid, especially if you're trading low liquidity markets. But in general, you can use this one on pretty much all charts. But now, how do we find the correct ADX indicator in TradingView? Well, to do this, we first want to go up to the indicators tab, and then you want to search for ADX. And as you can see, ADX stands for Average Directional Index. And it is this first indicator right here that actually is the normal ADX indicator. You can see that this one looks super simple. We only have a line. It's pretty much like, looks like an RSI or just a one line indicator. However, what many traders do, and what I highly recommend, especially now when we are learning the ADX, is to open up yet another indicator. So now we want to once again go up here to the indicators tab, and now we want to search for DMI. DMI stands for Directional Movement Index, and we want to open this one up right away because you will probably see something. Next, you want to go down to the DMI settings. So you go to the settings cogwheel right here. And as you can see, right here, we actually have an ADX line. You can see we have an ADX line right here, but we also have a line called plus DY and minus DY. So for now, let's press OK. So now we have two indicators. We have the ADX indicator and we have the DMI indicator. And now, one thing you might be noticing right away, just look at these two indicators and see if you can, can you find any kind of relationships between these indicators? Well, one thing you will notice relatively quickly is that the more space we have between the blue line and orange line, the higher the ADX will go, right? So when we have a very tight space between the lines, we will have a very low ADX. And as the space here between the lines increases, we will have a higher ADX. But now, one last tweak I want to do right away is that I want to change the plus DI to a green line right here. We can change it, make it a little bit bigger as well. And I want to change the minus DY to a red line right here. Why do I do this? Well, the green line is basically stands for bullish pressure, and the red line stands for bearish pressure. We can also change the ADX just to something like orange so we don't mix it up. And now we are ready to start understanding this indicator. But alright, so now then, what does the ADX indicator actually measure? Alright, so this video was actually just a very short clip from our full ADX trading guide. To watch the full video, simply click or tap on the screen right here. I hope I'll see you all over there very soon.